Hey y'all, I had to come and talk to y'all because I'm bored. That's number one. And this was the perfect time for me to do videos. Remember, I said I wasn't going to be doing marathons of videos? Well, I lied. I lied. I sure did. And I downloaded something on my computer, and so I can download my videos in a few minutes. So y'all in trouble. If y'all get tired of me, y'all can unsubscribe now because it might get ugly. I just tell you the truth, it might just get pure ugly. Y'all see I got my little reading glasses on? I can't see a damn thing. I really can't. I can see how to read, but other than that, they not for I guess they what they for reading. But anyway, I'm looking this way because I'm looking out two windows. There's a dogwood tree in front of the window. There's traffic going by. So, but I just want to come talk to y'all. Now, I started my weight loss journey, and like most everything else in my life, it started by accident. Just like YouTube started by accident. And I guess I'm a roll with the flow kind of girl because I go with it. So, all right, a couple of months ago, I I got sick, and I was in a lot of pain. I was scared to go to the doctor. And one night something happened, and I said, okay, I got to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor. I went to work that night, and I went to the doctor. And he sent me to the emergency room, and got there, and they did some tests, and they asked me questions. It was like, do you, it was my stomach. And he asked first, well, not first thing, but he wanted to know if I had eaten any seafood. And I'm thinking to myself, hell yeah, I eat seafood. I love seafood. If I don't eat nothing else in my life, I want seafood. Blue crabs, snow crab legs, shrimp, oysters. Oh my goodness. Scallop. I love them with a passion. Lobster. I can just eat just that. And I told him, yeah, I ate some blue crabs. And he wanted to know the details and all that. And I was like, that ain't even got nothing to do with it. So just, let's get this over with. So he checked me, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, I ain't into nothing anal. Ain't nothing going in my asshole all kind of way. If it do, it's not because I volunteer for it. I can promise you, that's an exit, not an entrance. But old boy sodomized me in the emergency room. I was so pissed off. I had worked 12 hours shift. I'm thinking I'm going to the doctor and I get a Z-Pack and I'd be gone. I ain't know I had to take my damn clothes off, get on the table, bunk over. Y'all know what that mean, don't you? Y'all know what bunk over mean, don't you? Okay, anyway. Okay, this is a small county. Everybody know everybody. The nurse, been knowing her for years. Know her for years. Know her husband, know her mama, know her grandmama. Know everybody in her family. She know everybody in my family. So I'm in there, and I'm in a bad situation. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I'm in a bad situation. And this brother, first time I ever seen a black man in the ER here, and that's because our hospital was sold. This brother apparently didn't put enough KY gel on his finger or something. Or he just had big fingers. But anyway, this man sodomized me. And I heard, I go to the gynecologist on a regular basis. I know about the little test and all that, one finger, maybe that much of the finger. This brother went all the way up in there till he hit knuckles. And when he did, I jumped. I was so pissed off with this man. But anyway, the test came back and I had cholera. And they wanted to, and he made it his business to tell me that I could die from it. And I was thinking to myself, I got a hospital bill. I got this little fucker here that sodomized me. Ain't even took me on a date. Ain't brought me a glass of wine. Ain't told me how pretty I was or nothing. and then he gonna top it off and tell me I could die. That's just like somebody having sex with you, and then after they finish, telling you that they got AIDS, and that we gonna die. And all I can say is I'm glad, and he better be glad that I wasn't in the condition to whoop his ass, because if I could have, I would have. But the only thing I wanted to do was to get my greasy ass up out of there. So I came home, and I had to do more tests, collect the specimen and all that. And so I'm sick. I'm totally sick. I don't do body fluids. Now, when my children was little, I had no problems with it. And I've always taken care of old people. And I had no problem with it. But as I got older, my stomach is weak. And I can't be doing all kind of stuff like that. But I had to do it. I had to do what I had to do. I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't eat. And they didn't tell me I couldn't eat. I knew I couldn't eat because every time I ate, I got worse. But anyway, long story short, I cannot have seafood no more. And by the time I realized that, I'm so depressed, I don't know what to do. And it wasn't that the seafood was contaminated, because I cooked a pot of soup, and I cleaned the blue crabs and I put them in the soup. And every one of my grandchildren, all 5 of them, ate that soup. And the youngest one is a year old. 2 of my daughters ate the soup. My husband ate the soup. One of my stepsons ate the soup. And nobody got sick. And this was 2 weeks after we ate it. So it wasn't the crabs themselves. It was my system, my body. So I'm depressed, and I got to thinking, I'm going to sit here and let food kill me. And I'm just getting over it totally. I mean, just totally getting over it. Now, the thing with the doctors, I hadn't even been back. I went to the emergency room, and I went and did my test. And I was supposed to go back to the doctor. But after that little experience, I haven't been back. I haven't even seen my regular family doctor. And he know. Now, my regular family doctor know he ain't sticking nothing in nowhere. If he get the tongue depressor in my mouth, that's about best he can do. Because when he first came here, that's the first thing we got straight. He's like, well, have you had your AIDS test? And I was like, I have an AIDS test every year. And I told him, don't worry about the bottom part, because I've had a gynecologist for going on 30 years now. 27, 28, 29 years to be exact. I've had the same gynecologist, and he take care of what's wrong up under the hood. So I told my family doctor, you ain't never got to worry about that. That's fine. That's fine. I told him that was good to go. That is real good. But this little fuck in the emergency room done sodomized me, and when I'm going back to my family doctor to have a physical, and I'm going to let him know that man sodomized me, and I ain't been right since. Every time I see somebody hold up one finger, I'm getting ready. I'm holding up one finger. I'm finna shoot the shit out of somebody, because I done been violated. That man broke all 10 commandments on me. As far as I'm concerned, he did. He was wrong. I know he had to do what he had to do, but his finger didn't have to go that far up. I mean, I might be wrong. I don't know, because I don't go and get people's fingers stuck up in my ass every day or every week. I don't know how far it's supposed to go, but I'm pretty sure he went a little bit further than what he was supposed to go. He was trying to get my cherries, and I think he did. He took my cherry, my anal cherry. Yeah, he did. He got that. So I hadn't been back to the doctor no more. And with that said, I had to do something a little bit different. It was a few more weeks before I could eat a full meal. And in the process, I lost 25 pounds. Now, I was supposed to go back to my doctor. I didn't have nothing for pain. I mean, I did take Tylenol from over-the-counter Tylenol. But when they found out it was cholera, I was supposed to come back and get something for pain. I didn't even go back. I had to suffer through that. I had to suffer through it, and it was painful as hell. I mean, I was starting to think wrong because of the pain. But then I had to think, I go back to the doctor, they not finna sodomize me no more. I'm just sorry, they ain't gonna do it. So I lost 25 pounds. That was the good thing. And so once I got back to eating normal, I still noticed that when I eat, and like I overeat, which I do, you know, I'm a fat girl. I'm over 200 pounds, so I'm a big girl. And I know how to eat. I'm quite good at it. So even after I got to eating, you know, and I overindulge, I would notice stuff like I would be totally constipated. And I was like, oh my God, that man done stopped me up. He did it to me. So I had to get my system straightened out, and it's not completely straightened out, but it's straightened out. Maybe something changed after all of that. I think something did, because I usually go 2-3 times a day. You know, I'm lucky if I go every 3-4 days now, but I'm not sick or anything. So I had to start on me diet plan that worked for me. For a few weeks, I did fruits and vegetables, and that was okay, but the weight wasn't coming off. I'm carb sensitive. So I went back on Atkins. I started that Monday before last. I started cleaning my house because when you first go on induction, you're kind of weak. And plus I work 12-hour night shifts, so I didn't have time for a whole lot of exercise. So I started cleaning my house. That would provide me with some exercise, some movement, just to try to get myself worked up to the point that I could start working out. And so that went well. I made it through the first 3 days. Those are the hardest days. And now I've gotten my stomach shrunk. I'm drinking a lot, and I've also started walking. I did 2.5 miles yesterday. I plan to do 2.5 miles today. I go back to work tomorrow. But if I can do my 2.5 miles twice a week for right now, I'll do that, and then I'll add another day to it in a few months. But I feel different. I feel a lot better. I have more energy. I'm not swollen and puffy. And I also have noticed some weight loss too. So that's a good thing. I could always do Atkins and depend on it. So right now I'm in the state of ketosis. So that's working out well for me. And hopefully I will be able to keep it up. Because I really love Atkins. It does a lot for me. Arthritis. It helps with my arthritis, the stiffness, of course the edema. That's the swelling, the edema. In the summertime, and I just don't feel like being swollen, hot and heavy. I just don't feel like doing that this year. So, and then I want to add some gardening to it. So I want to get back in my flower beds, and hopefully I'll be able to keep it up for a while and get some of this weight off. But I'm staying away from the seafood, even though I can have seafood on Atkins. I'm really staying away from the seafood because I just don't need that experience anymore. And I will let y'all know how this thing is going to go. I anticipate that it's going to go very well, and I'm going to be very successful at it because it's something I want to do. Coming up in September, I will be attending my 25th class reunion. I don't feel like it's been 25 years since I've been out of school. I'm in denial about my age, apparently. And that works for me. Yeah, it works for me. It's a good thing. But anyway, I'll see y'all on the next video, and y'all remember to keep it tight. Okay?